Today's PMO story is called The Communication Hero Who Knew Nothing. Farid has quite a charisma, and he's what we call a people's person with quite amazing emotional intelligence. You cannot say no to Farid. But on the other hand, his colleague Sam is more like a process-oriented person. Perhaps because he's an engineer with a PMP certification. By the way, in this story, names and information are altered to preserve confidentiality agreements. So on our 800 million contract for a large program with multiple locations and several international partners employing different disciplines including design, construction, data centers, instrumentation, equipment, over 100 courses to be designed and delivered, and a learning management portal which has e-learning content for all the 100 courses. The program included 17 different projects in 6 locations. Now Farid, with his charisma, started to get to know the stakeholders and connect with each one of them, which is the right thing to do. In a couple of months though, Farid, who relies on his memory, being a well-known communication hero, became overwhelmed and had more issues that he can chew, lacking behind on follow-up and interaction, and started to lose the engagement of the stakeholders. Farid seems not capable of managing the communications, which is frustrating for him and quite damaging for the program. The client was angry and management gave him the red eye. This is when Sam stepped in. As a seasoned PMP, Sam knows the difference between personal communication skills on one side, and where Farid's the hero, and communications, which is about the process of corporate communications, courtesy of PMBOK 6, of course. So Sam started by working with Farid to get to know each of the key stakeholders, updating his stakeholder register with multiple categories that covered client, investors, corporate, and corporate include top management and steering committee, otherwise sponsors, partners, vendors, authorities, beneficiaries, investors, the various team members, in addition to his colleagues who are very important for the success of the program, the 17 project managers. In less than a week, Sam had a list of around 150 major stakeholders captured with all of their relevant information. This extensive list enabled both Sam and Farid to identify the communications required, such as frequent reports for each of the client, steering committee, and others. It also mandated from the other side what information we need to collect on progress and performance from teams, project managers, and partners. During the next month, some critical reports started to flow to their respective channels, while critical KPI data was accumulating for executive dashboard setup. From there onwards, things became much better. In complex programs and projects, it is often the human factor and the lack of proper engagement which is caused by not addressing stakeholders, not addressing their communication requirements properly, that triggers huge delays and sometimes failures. Never underestimate the significance and magnitude of exploiting your good personal communication skills to engage your stakeholders through a sound communications plan.